Hello! This is a quick video that I decided to record before I go to work because a couple of people have asked me about the new Fallout 4 teaser trailer. So this is my take on it. I don't know, because I haven't watched it and I'm not going to. I don't tend to watch either teaser trailers or trailers for things. And the reason why, I have to tell you two stories. Okay, so long time ago, I used to go quite regularly to the cinema with a good friend of mine, Andrew. And we'd go more or less every week. And he'd decide what sort of films we'd watch. I was pretty easy, you know, I'd just go and see whatever. So certain films he would go and see and he would be really hyped about. He would be like, oh yeah, it's gonna be great, it's gonna have this and that. I'd be reading about it on the internet, it's gonna be great, you know, I hope they go with this angle and stuff. And we watched the film, and invariably when we came out of it, I got so much more enjoyment out of it than him, because he had assigned himself this predisposition on it about what it should be like, what he wanted it to be like, what he expected of it, and invariably he was let down with that opinion by the fact that it wasn't what he wanted in his mind's eye for it to be, whereas I went in with a complete blank canvas. I had no expectations for it at all. I took it at face value, whatever film it was, and invariably I enjoyed it more than him. So he would spoil it for himself by reading all the reviews, looking at screenshots and everything like that, and, you know, taking a sneak peek at the script or whatever. I don't know what he used to do, but he really just got into this whole I need to know everything about the film before I see it thing. So he'd spoil it for himself. Second little story, Oblivion. When Oblivion was first announced and I watched trailers for it and I thought, wow, this looks great. And Bethesda had some videos on their website about it. I shall try and find them on the internet and link them in the description, because they're strangely enough very hard to find. And in it they had the Radiant AI, and they had you know, a couple of conversations in it, and this woman training her destruction spells on this target, and then she sets this dog on fire because it's annoying her. And I thought, wow, this looks great, you know. And I even had like a countdown clock on my desktop because I was really hyped for Oblivion. I thought, oh, this is going to be fantastic. And I played it, and obviously I enjoyed Oblivion because I have a rather lengthy LP of it and a streaming series. But it wasn't as good as what I thought it would be, because I'd watched these videos in which Bethesda was lying. Well, they weren't lying, really, but they showcased things in the game that they eventually took out, so they weren't there, and I, you know, was quite looking forward to having them being part of my experience. And if I hadn't have known that, and just played Oblivion just without any expectations at all, then I might have enjoyed it more. So from that moment on, I have really never gone out of my way to see any trailers or teaser trailers or any leaked footage or anything like that of any game or any film ever. The exception being, of course, when I'm actually in the cinema and the trailers play before the actual feature itself. Then I can't help it. But, you know, if I'm going to play a game, I'm going to play it regardless. I don't think many people watch these things. And, you know, any Fallout fans will watch the trailer for Fallout 4 and be like, nope, don't like it, I'm not going to play it. It's a teaser, and they're going to get some sort of impression out of it, but then they're going to watch another trailer and think, then another one, and they're going to buy it regardless. I think the vast majority of people who are interested in Fallout 4 will play it at some time. I guess it just depends whether they play it on release or whether they wait until it's on sale or whatever. But I tend to stay away from such things, and as you know, I don't tend to play new games anyway. I tend to wait a couple of years. I'm not quite sure why that is. I guess I don't tend play them on release because they tend to be a bit buggy. You know, a couple of years down the line, all the bugs have been sorted out and whatnot. And it's the same game. It's not like, you know, when you play a film, when you see a film at the cinema, that's the only time you get to see it at the cinema, and then it's gone pretty much forever, unless, you know, very specific circumstances. Which is why I like seeing films at the cinema, because it's the only time you can see them, and then they're gone. Then until you, like, you know, home theatre and stuff. Whereas with games, you can play a game 2, 5, 10 years down the line. It's still the same game, and yes, the longer you wait, the more dated it becomes. But you're still getting much of the same experience, and yeah, I'm just not keen on playing things as soon as they come out. You know, if it's a good game, if it's a truly good game, it will keep its longevity for as long as it needs to. Classics like, for example, for me, Morrowind, Baldur's Gate. You know, these games are over 10 years old, and yet I still play them. And if I played them now, good question now, would I get the same amount of enjoyment than if I played them? Then again, I didn't play them at release. The exception, of course, being Morrowind. I did play that at release, but I had no idea what it was when I bought